Yo, what's going on, guys? Bexio back, and today we had a brand new video on Bitcoin because all-time highs have been broken. Over $66,000 right now with Bitcoin, and this is in price discovery. Now we just get to sit back and see how far all this price discovery can go. But first, before we jump into that, if you are not subscribed, make sure you check out the subscribe button. If you enjoy all this content, we are on our road to 1,000 subscribers and almost halfway there. So make sure you smash that subscribe button. Let's get to 1,000 subs. But hopping into Bitcoin news, just for a first thing to look at really quick is this interesting little price chart of Bitcoin, kind of talking about Bitcoin's prices in October. So obviously 2010 was 6 cents for one Bitcoin. Crazy to think that, you could have been in at 6 cents. That is just ridiculous. Basically, all of these prices are amazing compared to now. Hindsight's always 2020, but it's interesting to look back and see that Bitcoin is just went from 6 cents to $66,000. What is that? Like ridiculous amounts of X's, like 10,000 or 100,000 X, something absolutely ridiculous. Price of Bitcoin just on a great trend up. There's only been 1 year right here, 2015, where it was actually lower than the year before. In the history of Bitcoin, everything looking great. And then even the charts for Bitcoin, that it's actually still been in this ascending channel, which I didn't think was going to be a very good one, but apparently it is. And you see we're at the top of it right now, maybe trying to break out a little bit and get above this. And just, I mean, we're in price discovery already, so obviously that was the top, and then we're way above that already, over $1,300 above it, and we're just wanting rocket fuel to wherever we go, 70, 80, 90, 100k. Nobody knows. There's no resistance. There is nothing above us here. This is what we've all been waiting for so long, proving all the bears wrong during this entire time period when people were calling for 10k Bitcoin or even 4-digit Bitcoin. And obviously completely wrong, missed out on 100% gains from the bottom here to this, even the top, to around the top here. So it's just been looking amazing. Everything on chain looks good still. The chart still shaping up great. Price discovery, we are just going to see what happens and just enjoy the ride. And obviously part of the reason that this happened was because of the ETF that launched on Tuesday and started trading and actually had a big success. It traded over $1 billion in total volume for the day, during the market and after market. And now we see that the VanEck ETF is going to launch. This is another futures ETF, so it's still good. It legitimizes Bitcoin, brings all the good press to it, and kind of approves Bitcoin for regular institutions and investors. These types of people were more not willing to kind of put their career on the line because it wasn't something that was approved by the SEC. But by getting these ETFs out, it is approving it, and that obviously is going to bring a lot more people to the space. And then you can see, even comparing it to the last ETF, it would be the second listing of Bitcoin ETF, the VanEck one right here, and the ProShares one debuted yesterday, which was Tuesday, with the second biggest ETF launch in the country's history, in the US history. It was very close to being the largest ETF ever launched in history, but it's a futures ETF, so the largest one will probably be the spot ETF. When we get a Bitcoin spot ETF, that one is going to go absolutely crazy. I mean, $1 billion in the futures ETF, I think it is easily, without a doubt, conservatively $2 billion on the first day of trading with a spot ETF. So that's what we're really waiting for, because it's going to be so much better for a spot one. But this futures one leads into a world where the spot one can come out and actually be traded and be something that people will actually like. And for the margin data, we are still looking very good. Obviously 66k, about almost 31k in long. So we are up. It's from about here for a week ago, around 28,000 to 31. So not a crazy increase, but obviously trending up, people longing Bitcoin and doing all that. And the shorts have been extremely choppy. You can see just downtrend, large spikes down, spikes up, just going absolutely crazy, not even knowing what to do. And looking at these right now, because we are at all-time highs, price discovery, I mean, people piling shorts in, I think this looks up for even a short squeeze again, because obviously if we can rally 67, 68K, squeeze these, now we're looking at rallying over 70K, then you get even more FOMO and more people wanting to drive in. And the supply is held up by long-term holders. 85% of Bitcoin is held by long-term holders and strong hands, people who just aren't willing to sell. So it's just more demand, less supply. The price has to go up to accommodate that. Combine that with this short squeeze possibility. I mean, 10% increase in shorts on the day. You know, longs obviously staying good. They're at still good levels, obviously rising. So volatility down could trigger longs to suffer more. But I think we're more in an environment where we're going to see volatility up and then we call it short squeezes, more volatility up, and then it brings more people in to want to continue pushing the price up. So this is all part of the price discovery. You know, 67, 68K, getting short squeezed to 70K, pushing it to 75K. And if more shorts pile in, more short squeezes, and it's just something to keep in mind. But all of this still looks pretty good. Nothing ridiculous going on. If we go down to the shorts liquidated, we have BitMEX total long and short liquidation. So longs actually a lot on both sides, but longs had $24 million liquidated in the last week, and then shorts had $46.4 million. So almost double for shorts liquidated in the week, but still, you know, not something crazy. A lot of people coming in with ETFs launching, all-time high breaking, price discovery. So we will see where this all goes by the end of the year. Most likely, you know, we could probably see the six-figure Bitcoin. I don't think that is anywhere out of the question. And seeing this rally, we got to see, you know, where it goes to first and kind of assess how everything fundamentally on chain and even in this margin data looks. But it still looks amazing from where it is right now. And obviously comparing this to previous cycles is something that a lot of people are always going to do, and saying the high got taken out, the parabolic leg in progress. So 2013, 2017, 2021, obviously the yellow circle where we kind of are now, this massive breakout after, and assuming a massive breakout after again. 2013 obviously ran up and kind of you see the top, blow off top, come back down, kind of trade in a new area and find a period where you're going to kind of consolidate till the next bull market. I am definitely more of a person that's thinking of the super cycle because we're at a $1 trillion market cap. Countries are starting to adopt it, institutions adopting it, companies putting on their balance sheet. Lots of things that we didn't see in 2017, which was mostly only retail investors getting involved. We are starting to see a lot bigger players and stronger hands come in. So even I don't think we would see a blow off top, something to go from this and rally to do 230,000 about where this thing has it, and see it pull back down to 160K and try and get back to 200. I think more likely we'll probably see a rally to 100K, find some sort of resistance there. That's like a psychological barrier. And then obviously just slowly grind up 120, 140, 150, kind of grind up to, you know, these higher prices into the next halving, and then kind of have a huge move because of the halving and supply chain or supply like crisis and cutting supply in half, getting all of that bull cycle in again, kind of a breakout, probably another 50% or something crazy drop. Maybe not that crazy at that point, but another drop probably trading into that. So I'm definitely more into that thought of super cycle because of the adoption we're seeing. But this type of situation, a blow off top to 230,000 with a pullback of to 160,000, or probably like 120, 100,000 bounce to 160, basing off 2013, because obviously this is more similar to 2013. You see a high with a massive kind of crash, consolidation, pump. 2017, you don't see that. You don't see like this high crash. I mean, I guess you could say here, kind of, but you kind of have a drawback into a pump again very quickly. This has a high with the crash, consolidation, pump if that happens. But Both things are still on the table. And then to just end this video off with the hash rate, obviously we got to take a look at that. The hash rate right now kind of compressing, not really doing much. So it is insane to see the price new all-time high before the hash rate. The hash rate has been a leading indicator of the price for the last few weeks and maybe even the last couple months. But right now, obviously, we're seeing a hash rate kind of not really moving, and the price obviously in new all-time highs. So I think we'll see the hash rate getting to new all-time highs relatively soon. But there's a lot of outside factors like the ETFs launching, more adoption of Bitcoin going on. It's a lot more positive. Like China, after kicking out miners from China and banning Bitcoin altogether in China, there's no longer that FUD there. And now a lot of the hash rate and a lot of power is in the US itself. So the US kind of government, everyone involved, instead of going, we have to attack Bitcoin, it's China coin, all this, now saying, oh, well, now it's American made. Now we got to back it. Now it's something we can actually benefit from. So it's funny to see that happen, and wouldn't have happened without China kicking out the miners and doing the hard work, which caused this consolidation and big crash. But well needed to make Bitcoin stronger and push better forward in the future. But that's going to do it for this video. It's Bitcoin looking great. We're in price discovery. Lots of people didn't know or didn't think that this was going to happen. They thought the bear market was in, and you can see the bears not too happy about this. But as always, guys, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. See you guys in my next